Hey, 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 it's your favorite person, Lily on the go. What is going on today? It is July 9th. Whoop, whoop. We are getting close. No, we're not. We're nowhere close to the end of the month, but it is close to the weekend, and I am thrilled. 2 more days of work to get through. It's kind of sad that we here in the States are always like worried about getting to the weekend. Because then we feel like the whole world is off our shoulders and it's one heavy thing to take off our minds, which for me, it is absolutely the case. So I'm looking forward to it, and it is a weekend off. It is a weekend off for me. So that means a lot of leisure, a lot of getting some personal work done, and all that jazz. So let's see, today, since it is midweek Wednesday, I've been in a couple of workshops, a couple of various things like training, right? And I heard 2 things today, well, not today, yesterday as well, that really had me thinking. One thing I heard, I actually wrote it down. One thing I heard was that you have to give, it was talking about fear, and in terms of when you come across something you're fearful to do. Just for some context, they were talking about when you're about to start something or you want to start something, and something that you hate doing, let's say like posting on IG, right? A lot of people dread it because it's like, similar to public speaking or presenting yourself out there, and a lot of people are scared to do that. But they shared that because it is something you're fearful, and because you're human, you do have, it is okay for you to be scared of something. And if you're scared, it's because it's protecting you. You're protecting yourself, right? So if you're fearful to do something, the best course of action is to talk to yourself and acknowledge, like, hey, I know, talk to your fear and they said, acknowledge that you're scared and that you're fearful, and it's okay because you're doing your job. Fear is doing its job, trying to protect you, but that you are wanting to take over now, and now you're going to do something that is outside of the fear, but it is okay. And now you're speaking against the fear so that you can have control of what it is you're going to do. Now, the way she said it was a lot more eloquent than the way I said it. But, and I do not have the place where it came from, but the idea of just speaking to your fears, that's also your fears and your success, honestly. Is there something you want to do, you have to talk to it. Like, you have to talk to it as if you already have it, or that you have nothing's holding you back from having that. Another thing that I noted that I heard was, I have to share, like they were talking about sharing your dreams and sharing things that you want to do. And the lady was mentioning she never shares absolutely nothing with anybody, because then it seems like she's seeking their validation. And I was thinking to myself, ooh, don't come for me. Because I know sometimes, and I've shared that, I think the more so reason I do so, like I'll share with like my family, like, oh, this is the plan I'd like to have, because nothing, like for me, I know when somebody throws something major at me, it's like, you're telling me this now. And I think in my culture, or just in my experience, people always tend to guilt trip you for not knowing earlier. Oh, I thought you were my friend, or how come, you didn't mention this, and they're blindsided. So I've always been a person that never really liked being blindsided or surprised by anything. So I tend to always like, hey, give a heads up, at least mention it, or mere mention it, or and earlier, like for example, if I'm going on a big cruise, right? I don't want it to be the day I'm leaving to tell my family member who were like my cousin who's in the same town as me, to say, oh, I'm leaving tonight. And it's like, that's just not my personality to let people know last minute. But there are some things for sure that, that I have to learn to stay quiet because I told my boss, my colleague, about something, and I was like, why did I do that? And it's just like, it's just so natural because for me, it's just natural to share, and that hope that the person's taking it in and, you know, hearing what you're saying and either giving you good advice or giving you their suggestions or their experience. And I'm a person, I don't want to make wrong decisions or things like that. So therefore, I tend to just check, you know, just if I mention to somebody, I hope that they can give me some kind of like, oh, their thoughts or their experience, their opinions. And I am trying to get out of that habit for myself, because as a person that people do tend to come to for several things or certain specific things, I am now learning to, you know, fall back and not to give my direct thoughts, but leave it open for them to explore their, you know, how they feel and not necessarily ask me. So that's something I'm slowly learning. And I guess because I'm always open to other people's opinions or, you know, worried about what people think or say, that I tend to be quick to respond and giving my opinions, even though it wasn't asked. But yeah, that is something that it's interesting how my behavior in other people, how I am with other people is the way I expect other people to be towards me. And we know it doesn't work like that. So as I learn to step back and not share every little single details about everything, I will be sure that when somebody comes to me, I do not try to give them my full answer, not my full answer, but like my specific opinion and thoughts if they don't say, hey, what's your opinion on this? Yeah, I found that very interesting. So yeah, that's something I learned about yesterday. I went to the movies and saw Jurassic Park. It was good. It was good. It was just some quiet time that I wanted to take for myself. So nothing really crazy. And I found a solution to my bed so far. I took the topper off from the top and put it on the bottom. So now the mattress, even though it's, you know, kind of heavy, it's sitting on top of the topper. So it's a solution for now. I know Walmart hates me because I got the topper from them. I didn't want to buy it on Amazon because in case I didn't like it or didn't want to return it. But I'm happy that's taken care of and I can sleep or look forward to better sleeping. So it's late afternoon, so I'm going to go prepare me some dinner. I am tapped out with work. And I hope you all had a good Wednesday. I'm sending this video late, but yeah, I'm trying to see what's the best way to kind of not bombard everybody with my Staircase Chronicles. Oh, I forgot to say this is one of my Staircase Chronicles. Oh, my mother's calling me. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna be preparing some additional videos later this week. I hope you have a good day. Bye. See you tomorrow.